Hey guys, it's Jess from Peace Out Books, and today I'm here with my favorite romance tropes. And now I wasn't going to do this video because I didn't think anybody cared about like what I love in a romance. They more like hearing like what I don't like, and so I knew you guys would love the tropes I hate video, and so I'll link that down below. I've already done that, of romance tropes that I really can't stand. But now I'm here to share with you the romance tropes that I love, and if a book has this, I'm bound to love it if it's done right without anything that I don't like in it. And you guys have been watching my channel for however long you have been, whether you've been here since the beginning or you're new, you probably know my preferences and my favorite books and what kind of tropes those deal with. And so I have tropes and I have examples of books to go with those tropes. So I'm just going to go ahead and get to them. I think I have like 8 of them. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. The first trope I love is the damaged hero trope, and I really figured this out when I was reading the Black Dagger Brotherhood books. This is Zeta's story, and I guess you could say Zeta's and Butch and Vicious, even Rage. I feel like everybody, I mean even Wrath, I feel like every single brother in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series is damaged in some way, because I'm going to be Revenge's stories next, and he's like super damaged based on what he's going through. And I think that's why I love this series so much, is because they all are hurting and they all don't feel like they deserve the love that they're getting, and that makes them like that much more lovable and their romance that much more fantastic. And I just like feel like I feel for the men so much when they're damaged, and I'm like, you just deserve to be happy, and I want them to be happy, and they find these women who help them and like show them that they can be loved. That's what this whole series basically is, and I think that's why I love it, because I cannot resist a damaged hero. I cannot. The next one you guys know, obviously, if you've been watching me, this one is one of my favorites, and that's a forbidden romance. I love a good forbidden romance. There's something about the angst in a forbidden romance where you know they shouldn't be together and they can't be together, but they need to be together and you want them to be together, and so they like sneak around or they try to fight it, but they can't, so they give in, and it's so good. Like, I live for angst so much. The reason why I loved Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas so much was because of that forbiddenness. She is the age of the love interest's son. She's dating someone her age and falls for his dad. Pike is so irresistible though, and like, I love a good forbidden romance where, you know, it's like kind of push the limits of being okay, and you're like, should this be okay? It feels so right, but it feels so wrong, and I don't know what to think, and just like, that is the best ever. I will say, these are fiction. It's not like I think everyone needs to go out and be in a forbidden romance. No, but it's so fun to read about, and I just love it so much. So the next one, I think a lot of you can agree with that you like this too, and that is the hate to love romance. Again, with the angst where they just like cannot stand each other, but there's just something there between them, this chemistry where they just can't not want each other, but they hate each other so much that they try not to want each other. For me, that's Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, another Penelope Douglas book. Why do I love all Penelope Douglas books? Because they're amazing. You can throw Bully in here too as a hate to love. So good. It's just that they like detest and despise each other, but then they're like, but I kind of really like them, and like they feel weird about it, and then they start to like each other. This one is very much hate to love, with the fact that Michael feels like he needs to hate her and like is really mean to her, I guess. I don't want to spoil anything, but he can't like deal with the fact that he doesn't hate her and he needs to hate her, if that makes sense. It's so good because they're so conflicted, because they're like, I really have a reason for hating this person, but like I kind of don't want to hate him anymore, but I kind of need to, and like that just makes their chemistry through the roof, and like you're addicted and obsessed with their story. With the hate to love, I also love a good dark romance. You guys know me, I love dark romances, motorcycle romances, mafia romances, like romances where there's danger and you don't know if they're even gonna like live or not. I think that's why I love motorcycle romances, like It Ain't Me Babe by Tilly Cole. I don't know what it is about motorcycle romances, but I'm addicted. There's just this danger to their lives. The men are just like rough and protective and so loyal, and there's just something about them. And you know, something bad's gonna happen to some characters are gonna die, and you're gonna hate it and you're gonna cry, but it's so good. And like bad things happen to characters, like in T.M. Fraser's King series, really bad things happen to a lot of the characters, but you just want them to get through the hard times so that they can be together and be with the men who will do anything for the women they love. I love that about these romances, and I loved this romance, and I think that's why I like cult romances too, because this one, the girl was in a cult, and I read a Mia Sheridan book about people in a cult, and I'm like weirdly fascinated with that, because I'm like, how does that life even work? I just like these books a lot. Now we're getting out of the like dark, forbidden, hate, angsty romances and getting into the nice, fluffy romances that I like. So this one is the sports romance. I love a good sports romance. A good athlete who is just like so good at their sport and is just so talented and definitely in shape with those abs, and they're so dedicated to their sport, and like I love getting to see them playing their sport with their significant other cheering them on, and then like they're practicing. I love sports. I grew up playing softball. I love watching football. I run. I really love sports. And so the fact that I can see an athlete falling in love, I absolutely love it. My favorites are definitely hockey and football. I love a good soccer romance as well. I think those are the only three I've really read. I mean, I've read like the Olympic series and stuff like that, but I primarily love hockey and football are the two that I mostly read. I do enjoy soccer romances as well, but I just love an athlete. They're just so dedicated to their sport, and then they have to juggle a lot of times the publicity that comes with being a really good athlete and liking people, bringing them into their world, and they're really good. And I'm currently reading Max Monroe's Wildcat series, I think, which is all about football players, and so I just love a good sports romance. Along with The Deal, this reminded me of my next one, but I have another book for this, and that is the teaching your ways to someone trope. So this one in The Deal was when Hannah wanted to date someone in their class, and so Garrett is actually like failing their class, I think, and Hannah keeps like getting really good grades, and so he's like, let me like pretend date you to see if this guy will like you, and like I will help you get this guy. And I love that kind of trope, and so I think that's also why I love The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This is when Stella hires an escort to help teach her how to be intimate and like be in a relationship with someone, because there's always that line where you're like, are we feeling things? Is it because we're acting? Do they feel this way? Am I the only one feeling this way? Do I actually feel this way? I don't know. And there's this like huge question, and you're just like, oh, but you like each other. Just admit you like each other. But they're hesitant because they don't know if it's real or not. It's so good. I love the fake dating, teaching me your ways kind of trope. It's so fun. This last trope I realized after reading this book, and that is from 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I love, this is going to be like completely opposite of everything I've said, the nice, sweet, wholesome love interest. I love a good boy. In 99% Mine, Tom is like the epitome of the boy next door. He is so nice, and he will do anything for anyone, and he will look out for you, and he will cherish you, and he does everything he can to keep Darcy safe and to do like anything for everybody. It's a lot of times come from the past. Like in this one, his mom wasn't around a lot, and his dad left when he was really little, and so he was always pleasing everybody because he didn't feel like he belonged. And so like Darcy's family took him in basically when he was really young, when he first moved by them, and so he's always felt the need to please them and protect them, and like he's always the one you can count on and be reliable on. I love just like the adorableness, man. Like in The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, Michael is just like so sweet, and I think it's the fact that like they have like family or like adults in their life that they're really sweet to and help out, because in The Kiss Quotient we got to meet Michael's family, and it was so cute how he was around his mother, and then like in this one Tom was like really loyal to everybody. I just love a good boy in a romance, like a cute, sweet romance that you just want to like hug them and never let them go. And those are my favorite romance tropes. Let me know down below if you agreed with these or what your favorite romance tropes are. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.